So what we have been doing is solving one-step equations. Now we're solving two-step equations. It's called a two-step equation because it takes 2 steps to solve these problems. Okay, this is notes number, to be honest, I'm not sure. I think it's 13. Please correct me if I'm wrong. All right. So these are some examples of two-step equations. We're not going to do them. I just want you to look at the structure of them. As you can see, you have a variable in every single one of these problems, something attached to the variable in every single one of these problems, and then you also have a constant right next to it. Okay, and then on this side you have, of course, a constant as always. So on one side of the equal sign, you have a constant, aka one of these things. And on that same side, you have a variable, one of these things. And the coefficient attached to the variable, one of these things. Okay, and on the other side you just have a constant, one of these things. Okay, the name of the game is still the same as one-step equations. Get the variable by itself. I know I've been saying get the letter by itself, but I realized, you know what, we're in 8th grade, we're going to start using the vocabulary that you're going to see throughout high school. So the name of the game is still the same as one-step equations. Get the variable by itself. We're trying to get this x by itself, but it has that 3 and that 2 next to it. We're trying to get this x by itself, but it has this 3 and this 3 next to it. We're trying to get this x by itself, but it has this 2 right here and a 2 under. We're trying to get this x by itself, but it has this 2 and this 3 right here. We're trying to get that by itself. So how do we do these problems? First, get rid of the constant. So this is the constant, this is a constant. We get rid of these constants first because they're easy to get rid of. Then get rid of the variable, right? Oh, I'm so sorry. Then get rid of the coefficient right next to the variable. The coefficient, remember, that word means the number right next to the variable that's attached to the variable. So we get rid of this constant, then we get rid of this coefficient. We get rid of this constant, then we get rid of this coefficient. We get rid of this constant, then we get rid of this coefficient. We get rid of this constant, then we get rid of this coefficient. And you get rid of anything by doing the opposite to both sides of the equation. What I mean by that is if you see there's a plus 3, you would minus 3 on both sides. After you do that, you would divide both sides by 2 because this is multiplication. So you do the opposite, you would divide. For example, right here, you would add 2 to both sides because it's the opposite of addition. Here, you would multiply both sides by 3 because it's the opposite of division. All right, we're gonna do a couple examples to see what this all really means.